Okay, I have to start off with this question that I really was asking myself this whole weekend. Other than the NFL, I was asking a lot of questions, but this is the question that really comes to mind right now. How in the hell did The Conjuring make $84 million in opening weekend? How is
Because
this
it's a
even
popular
possible?
brand.
Well, yeah, but I heard the movie was shit. Oh, great. Hold on. I'm
Well,
getting
to be
interrupted
fair,
first thing. Great.
Jurassic World Rebirth was shit, and that made a shitload of money.
What'd you say?
Well, to be fair, Jurassic World Rebirth was shit, and that made a
Oh,
lot of
don't get
money.
me started. I'm going to be talking about that tonight. I'm going to be talking about it. Just save that for later. Just save it for later. Just save it. So, yes, folks, The Conjuring Last Rites made $84 million domestically. How? I thought the third one was so shitty, nobody cared anymore. And you thought I think I'm lying? No, look at this. This is ridiculous. I mean, I heard it's the same fucking movie, the same fucking movie as the third one, because the problem I have with the Conjuring movies now is this. Honestly, since James Wan left the franchise, at least in terms of a directing capacity, and they gave it to Michael Chavez, it's been going down the shitter ever since. Like, it's been shit after shit after shit, and it just keeps going and going and going. And now they're saying this is the last one that we're making, and yet this result, yeah, I think they're gonna go back on their fucking word. I don't think this is gonna be the last one. I think they're gonna go back on their fucking word. Just like
Yeah,
Jurassic World Dominion made $1 billion. Fuck you. We're taking it back. We're making another one. This is
and like
fucking
with
stupid.
and twice with the Friday the 13th series.
That's right. They did it fucking twice. In second place is technically a reissue, even though it technically didn't even come to the theater because of the pandemic. Hamilton from Disney. This is the same Disney Plus recording, if memory serves me correctly, that they put out on there, I think in 21, and now they're releasing
2020.
it again. Or 2020, I'm sorry. So this is the same recording. Yeah, I'm surprised this even made a lot of money. Well, considering it's a freaking recording, it probably costed them $50 to just record it. But I'm surprised that people actually went to go see it because it's on Disney Plus already. It's been on there for like 5 years. You can watch it on there. And to me, it's not necessarily a movie. I'm using it in a very loose term here. That's very cinematic. It's just a recording of the play. So this kind of shocks me a little bit. Number 3 will be Weapons, which came out on VOD today. I still haven't seen it. I was planning on maybe seeing it today because I knew it was coming, but the movie's 2 hours and 8 minutes. They couldn't fit it in. $5.2 million, not bad. Freakier Friday is number 4. Caught Stealing is number 5. Fantastic Four is number 6. The Rose is number 7. The Bad Guys 2 is number 7. Number 9 is The Light of the World. What is this movie?
I think that's like an.
Oh, it's a fucking religious movie. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I bet you fucking Angel Studios released this or something. I don't know.
Let's see.
And
Scroll
number
down.
10 is Superman. So, yeah, not much in terms of business going around because it's the beginning of September. At the same time, again, $84 million. It's just fucking ridiculous. Oh, you son of a... You see? You fucking fuckers said this is going to be the last one we're doing. But now you want to make both a show and a prequel? Give me a fucking break. I'm done with this franchise. I've been done since the third movie. I've been done. My goodness.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia, and apparently, Light of the World was distributed by some independent company called Salvation Poem Project or something.
What the? It sounds like a fucking Kickstarter. That's what it sounds like. But yeah, another thing I wanted to mention before I get out of Box Office Mojo here, I'm looking at the release date changes and all that. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I mentioned. Here I go with fucking criticizing Sydney Sweeney again, but they moved the housemate from Christmas Day to December 19th. What else comes out on December 19th? Oh, I
Avatar
don't know. It's
and
like
SpongeBob.
Lionsgate. It's gonna bomb. It's Sydney Sweetie is not a draw. She is not a draw. You're asking for it to fail. They're asking for it to fail. Why would you put it out? Christmas Day was a little bit easier. Yeah, it would probably still bomb, but it would bomb less. Now you're really asking for it to go kill itself. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? I really don't understand it. I really don't. It's just like, her other movie, the Christie biopic. Is that what you're referring to, or is it another one that I'm not thinking of right now?
Yeah,
Because I didn't think.
the Christie
Because
biopic.
I think that did that even find a fucking distributor? Let's see who's distributing this shit. Hold on, let's find out if I can fucking find it. Come on, Wikipedia, work with me here. Let's see who got it. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. The producers of the movie, Black Bear Pictures, did not find a fucking distributor, so they have to distribute the movie on their own. Bomb, 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 bomb. It's like the scene in Meet the Parents. Bomb, 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 bomb. That.
I bet Michael Bay is masturbating right now.
Oh, I fucking muted myself, but it's the scene in the airport where he goes bomb, 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 bomb. My God. And it comes out oh great, it's my fucking November 7th, the day before my birthday. Oh, happy birthday to me. At least fucking Predator's coming out, because if I didn't have fucking Predator, I'd be having shit for my birthday. It's pretty sad when Elle Fanning is gonna kick Sydney Sweeney's ass. It's pretty sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then again, Elle Fanning, if given the right, she is a good actress, but sometimes she is a little miscast in certain things. But I think she's a better actress than Sydney. That's for fucking sure. Sure, of the Fanning sisters, which one do I prefer? Easily Dakota, but I don't mind Elle Fanning, and I think this might be good for her. You know. So I think doing this kind of franchise will be good for her. So we'll see. The fact that it's even going to fucking. Oh my God, like what were you thinking? And also, let's not forget, I'm looking at the reviews. First of all, I'm looking at the cast also as well. Ethan Embry is in Christie. Ethan Embry, you're better than this. You are better than this, man. Same thing with Ben Foster, even though he was in Get Over It, but that's besides the point. But looking at because it premiered at Toronto this past weekend, right? So far, the reviews are lukewarm. 67% currently on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, don't get me wrong. This could change because not all professional critics have seen it yet. But if it's this is like fucking Americana shit. Because it has almost around the same score. I think 67, 68% rating. I'm telling you, she's fucked, man. I'm telling you. Like, I don't want to be called, I don't want to be a fucking bully or anything like that. I'm like, if she's a good actress, sure, but again, it's just, sorry. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say, because the fact that Black Bear had to distribute the movie on their own because they couldn't find any other distributor, and also, it comes out November. They have only 2 months to market this movie, and there is no trailer, as far as I know. So this shit's gonna die. It really is. It's gonna fucking die. It's gonna die at the box office. It's gonna die. Sorry. I don't know. By the way, for anybody wondering, Jared will be joining us. He's just running late because apparently, from what he told me, he is at a movie right now. So I don't know when he's coming back. I know he told me he was coming, but so yeah. It's like a director having no students who wanting to touch his movie. Oh wait, Megalopolis. Yeah, almost like Megalopolis. But here's the thing: Lionsgate was a major studio, somewhat. They're a mini major, so they got them to release it. With that being said, the marketing was all botched and AI and all that shit. But they got Lionsgate on board, and they pretty much lost money because of that. But the production company financing this movie has to distribute it on their own because they can't find any financers. That goes to show you that Black Bear, for the record, Black Bear has made a couple of really good movies in the past. For example, let me see, of all their fucking filmography, because I swear to God, I've seen at least one of their movies, maybe even a couple. Because I'm having their I have their Wikipedia up. Let's see. I swear they did Dumb Money. I know that for sure. I think they financed Dumb Money. So that's one I really did like. Long Legs they handled international sales for, so I like that one.
My bad, I heard was good.
Our Friend, I saw that one. That one's a good movie. That's a really good movie.
All Is Lost and Imitation Game are great.
I never saw The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I meant to, but I just didn't get around to it.
Memory is pretty underrated. Sing Sing's a masterpiece. The Monkey was
fucking shit. That was a shitty movie.
So
I think it was not mediocre. I think it was ass. So yeah, they made a couple of good movies, but the fact that they're distributing this on their own because nobody found a fucking like this, you know, it's kind of getting a little bit ridiculous now. But yeah, so I don't know. Another thing I want to mention real quick that I forgot to mention last week. Apparently, Mortal Kombat 2 got delayed to next year, and I'm not really sure why. I would think
probably because they felt Mortal Kombat was more of a summer movie than an Oscar movie. Not really an Oscar movie.
But then again, yeah. So okay. So you know what's funny? That's also another thing that's gonna hurt Chrissy, The Running Man. They pushed it back a week. They moved it back a week, and now it's coming out, I think, the week before, maybe the week after. But it's gonna make its money because it's funny because her co-star in Anyone But You is probably gonna make more money than her. I don't understand it. So I don't know. Wait a minute. Cat in the Hat's coming out November 6th now? What the
next
fuck?
year.
Oh, next year? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, November 14th. Okay, that makes sense. November 14th, week before Wicked. Okay, that makes sense. So it's pretty sad when Glenn Powell's probably going to make more money than her co-star. Then again, Glenn Powell, I think, is a draw. I think he is a draw. So, you know. But that's all I wanted to say in terms of the box office before, you know, I go any further. I just wanted to say she's fucked. Because if the and also I don't know if it's gonna go wide because the fact that it's gonna be released by Black Bear, I don't think it's gonna go wide. I really don't. And Twisters did really well, yeah. And also Hitman apparently did very well, even though it is a Netflix movie. Apparently it did very well. So we'll see. Now, I'm gonna go first because I over prepared tonight in terms of what I wanted to talk about, simply because I knew Jared was not going to be here like right away, so I over prepared what I was going to talk about. So I'm going to start off with actually something that I was going to do if Jared was here. I was going to talk about it right when we started, but I'm going to talk about it now. So over the weekend I saw 2 movies that won Best Picture in the past. And
I saw it in Letterboxd.
One of them I liked, and one of them I didn't. If you know me by now, you know which one. If you see my Letterboxd, you know which ones I'm talking about. But it all started on Friday when I watched a fucking Woody Allen movie, guys. Another one.
Oh, the other one.
I watched, other than his segment for New York Stories, which I had to watch for the Kirsten binge, but this is the first movie, actual movie, where I see from fucking Woody Allen, and it was Woody Hall, the movie that won Best Picture over Star Wars. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. I tried to separate the art from the artist. I tried, okay? I tried. but this movie fucking stinks. It fucking stinks. Woody Hall, not you see. Woody Allen and Woody. You see, whenever I talk about Woody Allen, I get a fucking stroke. I'm talking about Andy Hall, if I didn't say so already. So, 20 minutes into, I wrote my review down, and I did it actually a little bit differently because I stopped the movie at several points and put in thoughts about it as I was watching it in real time. So, for example, 20 minutes into the movie, I was already fucking peeved off by Woody Allen's character because he's completely obnoxious and pretentious and a complete egomaniac. And from what I understand, that's the point. But that doesn't mean doesn't mean that it's entertaining, because it's not fucking entertaining. The only part that I related from this character was that towards the beginning of the movie, he and Diane Keaton's character, Annie Hall, the namesake of the movie, go see a movie. And they're going to see this fucking Ingmar Bergman movie. So great, already fucking art house pretentious shit. But my point is that he missed the first 2 minutes of the movie, so he doesn't want to go in. And to me, I can relate to that to some capacity because I don't like being late for movies. I really don't. I've only been late for movies twice. I've only been late for a movie twice in my life. But once back in 2006, three times. Make that 3 times. So in 2006, my aunt took me and my sisters to see the movie Zoom. Yes, I saw Zoom in the fucking theater. But we were 30 minutes late. So we went into the fucking 30-minute mark. Then 2 years later, in 2008, that same aunt drives us to go see Kung Fu Panda in IMAX. 20 minutes late. And then in 2018, my dad and we were planning to go see Deadpool 2. We were 10 minutes late. Mainly because of traffic and other shit that we had to deal with. And it was so last minute too. So when I walked in to Deadpool 2, it was right as Vanessa was getting killed. Right when that happened, boom, she's dead. I walk in the theater, fuck.
And you wonder why I show up to the theater at least 10 to 20 minutes before.
Nowadays, ever since that, I've never been late to a movie. I've sometimes gone when I actually gone in during the trailers, but that doesn't count. Although I like to be there before the trailers, because I like to see the trailers. But sometimes because of traffic, I'm there like halfway through the trailers. But I didn't miss the movie, technically speaking. Like for example, when I went to go see Batman, I went in and went in during the trailers because I think it was the trailer. I think it was Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that was playing about halfway through that trailer. When it happened, so I wasn't late for the movie, but I was late for that trailer. But I was late for the trailers. But that was the only time I've been late. So I can relate to Woody Allen's character in that regard. But then it's just not fucking entertaining, guys. Like Woody Allen's character is just about as obnoxious as Woody Allen himself. Like, the joke on this. I always reiterate this joke on The Simpsons that McBain says, "Oh, and now for my Woody Allen impression. I'm a neurotic nerd who likes to sleep with little girls." That's exactly what this character is, except with the sleeping with little girl stuff, because obviously now we know in real life he slept with little girls. But
allegedly,
if there's 2 fucking documentaries about it, I don't think it's fucking allegedly anymore. But
there is.
I know there's one called Allen versus Pharaoh. It's on HBO. So, and HBO's fucking legit when it comes to their documentaries. So, oops.
Unless it's finding leaving.
No,
Neverland.
it's not finding. It's not finding Neverland. It's not finding Neverland. It's not from the same people.
It's leaving Neverland.
Leaving Neverland. Not finding Neverland. Fuck, that's the Johnny Depp movie. But yeah, 35 minutes into the movie, I wrote down.
And me.
I wrote down 35 minutes of the movie, and I wrote down, and this is my review, and I quote, I could have rewatched When Harry Met Sally. Rob Reiner and Nora Ephron did this story way better than what Woody is doing right now. And I still feel that When Harry Met Sally is a masterpiece. It's pretty much like, not necessarily like a Woody Allen movie, but it's like a Woody Allen movie done by people who got it right. You know, it is a classic. Watch that movie instead. Like, this movie is just completely, I'm not like, and Diane Keaton's character, first of all, her performance is the only good thing I could say about the movie. That's the only good thing I
deserved
can
the
say about it.
Oscar at least.
In some ways she did, other ways, because the movie sucked, no. So I'm very torn. But the character is nothing but a manic pixie dream girl before that term was coined. Like, what do you think? Whatever thoughts go into your head when you think about manic pixie dream girls, that's Annie Hall in a fucking heartbeat. Like, and I think the only time where I thought a manic pixie dream girl actually worked was in Elizabethtown. Gee, I wonder why. But, you know, it's just, I'm sorry. I can't. I was shocked when towards the end of the movie, Jeff Goldblum appeared for like 2 seconds. I'm like, Jeff Goldblum is in this movie for like a second? Why? He's better than this. Granted, he was in a fucking Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion, those pieces of shit. So, you know, it's just like, it's just, to me, the characters come off as total hipsters. It's just, it's not, the love story is not endearing. It makes a lot of sense why by the end they broke up. It makes a lot of sense. And it's just like, I don't know. If I ever watch another Woody Allen movie ever again, I will be watching a movie that he's not in, starring. I'm going to be watching a movie that he's solely writing and directing, because...
Midnight in Paris is the best of what I've seen.
Okay, so maybe I'll watch fucking Midnight in Paris. Maybe I'll watch Match Point. Maybe I'll watch... I was thinking about watching... is he in Bullets Over Broadway? Because I was thinking about watching that.
No, he's not.
Okay, good. Whatever he's not in, I'll watch. Except for maybe Hannah and Her Sisters, because I do want to see that movie. I do want to see that. So, but otherwise, I don't know. And I think he has a small role in Hannah and Her Sisters. I don't think he has a major role. At least I hope he doesn't.
Let me check.
Ants?
Woody
No,
Allen,
fuck that. I'm not watching Ants. I will watch A Bug's Life any day.
Woody Allen as Mickey, so apparently he is in Hannah and Her Sisters.
He is in it, but is he a major role? That's the thing. If he's not in a major role and he's only in it for like 10 minutes, okay, I can deal with it.
I think I remember him. I don't remember much of it, but it seems like he's not in it that much.
Okay, good. I can fucking add that to the list. So yeah, Annie Hall, it's a piece of shit. It's one of the worst Best Picture winners ever. How the fuck did this movie win? Ah, fuck, my mic's going off.
Over Star Wars.
Yes, over Star Wars, which technically speaking, let's not forget, Star Wars broke ground. It was groundbreaking. Annie Hall is not a groundbreaking movie. It's not. I've seen better romance movies. I have. And I think I know why it won the Oscar. Because they wanted to be more fucking sophisticated back in those days, rather than giving it to the movie that actually broke fucking ground. Because Star Wars, as we know, is not necessarily a sophisticated movie, but it doesn't fucking matter. It broke ground. The story, the characters, the special effects for the time, it broke ground. It was what people wanted to see, not fucking Annie Hall. I even said in my review that I made a prediction that The English Patient was probably more entertaining than this. And you know what I did? The next day after that, I decided to put that shit to the test. Because I have seen The English Patient. I saw it the day after. And guess what? I was right. The English Patient is a great movie. Now, before I go any further, but we're like, it didn't deserve to win Best Picture. I agree with you.
Shit.
No shit. It didn't deserve to win Best Picture. No shit.
Jerry Maguire, People First
Jerry
Lady.
Maguire.
Fargo.
Jerry Maguire should have won because it's my favorite movie. But if I was less objective about how I felt, it probably would have gone to Fargo if I was more objective. But English Patient didn't deserve Best Picture. With that being said, that a movie as a movie by itself, it is a much better movie than people make it out to be. I truly believe that Seinfeld episode where Elaine was talking about how much she hated the English Patient really put a damp on this movie in pop culture. Because of that fucking episode, people didn't want to go see the English Patient. And it's funny because when I looked up some research, it got A- on Cinema Score back when it came out. And it was the highest grossing movie Miramax ever did up to that point. Again, did Harvey Weinstein deserve to rig all those awards? No. I don't agree with any of that at all. I think Harvey Weinstein trying to rig in that shit was pathetic, frankly. But as a movie by itself, The English Patient is actually worth watching.
Yeah,
It actually is.
there's like dozens of movies that I look at as movies on themselves, rather than Best Picture winners. Like Chicago, did it deserve Best Picture over The Pianist? No, but it's still a great movie.
It didn't deserve it over Spider-Man, which wasn't nominated. Was there another example you wanted to say?
Beautiful Mind didn't deserve it over Mulholland Drive, but it's still a great movie.
Granted, Mulholland Drive was never going to win. Let's be fair, it was never going to win. It wasn't.
Slumdog Millionaire, Dark Knight.
Well, to be fair, Slumdog Millionaire, to some extent, did deserve it. I understand, because I do prefer The Dark Knight, but I understand why Slumdog Millionaire won, because that's also a fucking 5 out of 5 movie for me. So, close race. But I like The English Patient. Now, is it long? Yes, but I feel like the movie is not that boring. People say this movie is boring. I didn't feel bored during it. Sure, I think 10 minutes could have been trimmed out of this movie. 10 to 15 minutes could have been trimmed. But I didn't feel bored through it. I really didn't. Because I think the character work and the romance... And first of all, it's a better fucking romance. A more steamier romance than fucking Annie Hall. Because I can't stand fucking Woody Allen. Then again, you have fucking Ralph Fiennes and Kristen Scott Thomas, who are both not only phenomenal actors, but very attractive at that point in time. So of course you kind of feel, you could buy it buy it a lot more than say Woody Allen and Diane Keaton. But I like the story. I like the performances. Ralph Fiennes gives it 110% in that movie. And again, I don't think there's a single movie where he doesn't give 110%. Especially the scene towards the end where he's out of the cave. He was gonna try and save her, and then she's dead, and it's a long story. But when he's like, he gets out of the cave with her lifeless body, and he's crying. Like, that's a phenomenal performance. Now, did Juliette Binoche deserve to win Best Supporting Actress?
Nah.
No. With that being said, I think she's wonderful in the movie. She is great in the movie. Do not get me wrong. I actually was very much encouraged to watch more Juliette Binoche movies as a result of this, because she did a great job, phenomenal job. But is she better than Renee Zellweger? Hell no. But yeah, I think the movie is very good. It's very long, but it's based on a novel. It has a novel-like structure, and I think because I knew it was going to act like a novel, I think it worked better for me, and I think it's a better movie from Anthony Minghella than The Talented Mr. Ripley. I prefer this over The Talented Mr. Ripley. I know. I do.
That's saying a lot.
And, I think the only Oscars that it truly deserved were two of them. Cinematography and production design. That's it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because cinematography is beautiful.
Even if I did give art direction to Hamlet and cinematography to Fargo, but I'd say this is still a worthy winner. And best score, maybe.
Hey! Just because you like Jerry Maguire, you love Jerry Maguire too. So you're one. I don't. I can be biased all I want. It's like the same thing with fucking Spider-Man. You like Spider-Man 2. I love Spider-Man 2, and all this other crap. Oh, you're biased. Oh, by the way, maybe another reason why I liked The English Patient so much is because Saeed from Lost is in it. I didn't know he was in it until like 2 weeks ago, even. I didn't even know Naveen Andrews was going to be in this movie until about 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I looked it up. I'm like, what? Saeed is in this movie? And by the way, he's great. He's great for the limited amount of screen time. And Willem Dafoe is actually pretty good too in the limited role he has. I think was he nominated?
No.
Was Willem Dafoe nominated or what? He wasn't? I don't know. I think he could have been nominated. That's bizarre. That's bizarre. But yeah, you know, it's a good movie. It's a 4.5 out of 5. Again, it could have been trimmed, but I liked it a lot. Been trimmed. You know, and what's funny about it is that when I watched the credits, I found out that when the scenes in the present, quote unquote present, when Ray finds all like of disfigured and all that, I found out that Jim Henson's Creature Shop did the makeup. I found out Jim Henson, who I was expecting a fucking Muppet to show up in this movie. But alas, he didn't. Or it didn't. Or they didn't. Or whatever the fuck. So, yeah. In terms of these two movies, I prefer The English Patient over Annie Hall. Go ahead and shoot me all you want. And again, The English Patient didn't even deserve Best Picture, but I prefer it over fucking Annie Hall. I'm like, okay, I can take it. Even though, again, Jerry Maguire all the way. Even like a Best Adapted Screenplay, I don't even know if it even deserved that. Wait, no. It didn't even win. I think Sling Blade fucking won.
Sling Blade won.
Never mind then. Never mind. I don't know why I fucking mentioned that then. Because I forgot that Sling Blade. Then again, I have not seen Sling Blade. I need to, though. I know I need to. But, yeah. So, English Patient is better than Annie Hall. I don't fucking care. Now I'm going to go on to my actual review before going on to a list that I found. Okay, folks. In 2022, I saw a movie called Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, boy.
And it pissed me off so much that I named it the worst film of 2022. They said it was going to be the grand finale to this entire franchise. But now,
they altered the deal.
They pretty much went back on their word and made Jurassic World Rebirth.
I was looking forward to it because the director and writer, even they can't save this franchise.
Here's the thing, though. I have a suspicion that Gareth Edwards was a director for hire. I genuinely do. Because remember, David Leitch was supposed to direct it. He was even going to produce it. But then, like, a week later, he dropped out. And I think I know why. I think he was going to fucking rewrite the script and make it his own and make it more of a personal stamp on the Jurassic World franchise. And if he did that, you know what? I probably would have liked it more than this piece of shit. They pretty much hired Gareth Edwards, who is a good director, mind you, to be the reason why he signed up for this probably is because the creator bombed so hard and he needed another hit. I think that's why. And also, he was pretty much hired as as kind of a yes man. I feel like this movie was directed by the studio than Gareth Edwards. The only style that I see in terms of Gareth Edwards and his style is some of the cinematography. But that's it. You can't tell that Gareth Edwards directed this. You really can't. I mean, even when it comes to David Koepp, listen, David Koepp is a very good screenwriter. I praised 2 of his movies this year. Presence, which I preferred, over Black Bag, which I still liked. But this movie, honestly, it feels like it was ran by AI. It really does. It feels so generic and boring. I'm just like, you know why they fucking fast-tracked this shit? Because Dominion made over $1 billion, but the fact it was a piece of fucking shit. And guess what? I don't even need to fucking tell you, this movie's a piece of shit. Is it as bad as Dominion? No. But is it good? No. It really isn't.
But that's not saying much. It still sucks monkey fucking shoots diarrhea up your fucking asshole.
That's pretty much what I have to say about it. But, like, dude, I don't know what to... Like, this movie, again, it's pretty sad to me because you have a decent cast in this movie. Oh, thanks. Thank you. you have a good cast. You have, first of all, you got ScarJo. Like, you would think that because you got ScarJo, this is gonna be a good movie now. Not necessarily. And I don't think she's
Then
really
again,
all
she
that
was
good in
in.
the movie either.
Then again, she was in Lucy and Ghost of the Shell, and does anyone even remember those movies?
Well, I said my piece about Ghost in the Shell last week, how I didn't like the remake and I didn't like the original. As for Lucy, I never saw it, but I know about the fucking ending. But when it comes down to it, you have a major fucking movie star because now she's not in the MCU no more. So she got to find another fucking franchise so she can branch out. Okay, Jurassic World. All right, that's fine and dandy. You also got Mahershala Ali, who was trying to get Blade off the ground, but Kevin Feige can't seem to find a fucking good script for him. So he's like, fuck you. The Blade got canceled as a result, and now he's going to do Jurassic World. I'm like, okay, it's for something for him to do. As for Jonathan Bailey, he is the rising star of this cast. He had just done Wicked. Pretty much became a star pretty much overnight because of Wicked. And then in here, I'm just like, he's just a nerdy fucking scientist. And by the way, Mahershala Ali, I think he's probably the best performance out of all of them. But at the same time, his character is not that good. You know? Like,
all these characters are like, all these characters.
Oh, Jared's here. Jared's here. Just in time, Jared. You're gonna hear me rant about fucking Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh no! Okay, time to get off of here then.
And just to keep up to date, Jared, Victor really hated Annie Hall, but surprisingly really liked the English Patient, and now he's talking about Jurassic World Rebirth.
All right.
Yes, Jurassic. I prefer the English Patient over fucking Annie Hall, Jared. I don't know how in fucking universe I actually like the English Patient. Did it deserve Best Picture? No, but I like the movie as just by itself. I like it a lot.
That's awesome.
But going back to Jurassic World Rebirth, I cannot believe they wasted this cast. I cannot believe they wasted them because to me, the fact that you got ScarJo now. Like you would think, oh, now it's gonna be a good movie. No, these characters, as Soren was gonna say before Jared came in, they're all generic. I agree, they're all generic. They have zero personality.
You could practically see none. You could practically see the edges there, so cardboard cutouts.
The only interesting part are that ScarJo and Mahershala Ali's character they both have a form of PTSD. That might be interesting if they developed it more, but they really don't.
They're so cardboard cutouts. You could have sworn Ed and Eddie made them.
And yeah.
Oh my god.
Also too, Francis from Deadpool, and he's not in it very long. He's in it for 20 minutes before he gets the axe. So yeah, and then you also have the family aspect. I'm just like, this movie is also very confused about what it wants to be. Does it want to be about these scientists? Does it want to be about this family? It's trying to have it take and eat it too. The two storylines don't work separately and they don't work together. To me, it doesn't work.
The island until 30, 45 minutes in.
No, I counted. Almost an hour into the movie, they reached the island. Not even 50 minutes. Almost an hour. This movie, but the cardinal sin of this movie is the same I feel about Dominion as well. It's boring. How is it this long? It's 2 hours and 13 minutes. And it feels like even the action is boring. How is that possible? I personally feel that, again, just like with Colin Trevorrow, when he fucked with this franchise, there's not enough dinosaurs in this movie. The first 25 minutes, you don't see a fucking dinosaur. Okay, maybe one scene at the beginning. But here's the thing. This movie, that's another thing I want to mention. This movie starts as a result of a fucking Snickers bar. Snickers is the reason why this plot exists. Snickers. You're not new when you're hungry, but I am me when I'm angry.
We will win this from Mother Russia.
Oh, Jesus. The beginning, it is kind of like Final Destination. It's a fucking Rube Goldberg machine. And that's another thing. Yes, Rupert Friend is the villain. Again. He always plays villains. Even in Companion, he's only in it for 5 minutes, and he plays a douchebag. And then 5 minutes go he still plays a fucking douchebag. 5 minutes in, bye. But with that being said, he was better in Companion than in this movie. Because in this movie, he's just a corporate, commercial-ass guy. That's all he is. And I knew he was the bad guy right from the very beginning. They don't even fucking make it. It's to the point where the movie doesn't even make it a twist. It's like, you know what? You know he's the bad guy. Like when he kicks the other girl off the fucking ship at one point, he kicks her off, or almost kicks her off in the water. I'm like, and then the characters are all stupid because they don't realize that he did it. That's another thing. So many stupid decisions from the people who get killed off. Dude, how can these people who are literally fucking soldiers almost, how could they get eaten alive this quickly and this, like, easily? Like, remember when they're on the island and the one girl gets eaten because she's trying to push the bag up on the island and she gets eaten just for no reason? It's just, come on now. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then I also feel that the movie lacks the magic that the first film had, which, to be fair, is very hard because this franchise, you could argue, is repeating itself with every sequel. But I feel like this was a chance to do something a little bit different, but it's the same fucking thing as the Trevorrow movies. Granted, the first Jurassic World was great, but in the last two were shit. And now it's the same thing. What are we trying to do? Oh, we're trying to get samples from these dinosaurs. That's it. And then the family aspect is more like the survival kind of thing, right? So it just doesn't work.
The family was just there to be baggage.
Yeah. Literal baggage. There's literal baggage in this movie at the end. There's literal baggage.
I mean, say what you will about the first movie, at least the little kids
Tim
did
and Lex
something.
were better characters than these kids were. And then let's not forget the little dinosaur that they put in there just to sell toys. At least I think that's what they were trying to do with that character. They were trying to be Baby Yoda or Grogu without understanding why Grogu works. So I don't know.
Speaking of selling toys, gee, I wonder why we all have all these genetic hybrid dinosaurs. So it's because it's to sell toys.
Another thing too, that I love it how ironic it's that ironic in this in the Jurassic World universe. After when this movie begins, the people don't care about dinosaurs anymore, and then as audience members, we don't care about the Jurassic Park franchise anymore and I feel like that might have been intentional by David Koepp, but at the same time, it just doesn't work because the movie just feels generic. It feels like a $200 million blockbuster. This is another thing I'm gonna get to. This movie, I felt nothing when watching it. I didn't even really feel angry watching it. I just felt nothing. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel sad. I didn't feel angry. I felt nothing. Remember at the end when Mahershala Ali is supposedly going to sacrifice himself and all this emotional swelling of the music? I was like, he's going to be alive. They're not going to kill him off. He's going to be alive. And guess what? 5 minutes later, I predicted this shit, and guess what? It happened. That's another thing that this movie is missing. Good screenwriting. Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver came up with the story for Jurassic World, not Colin Trevorrow. And you could tell. I think their script, which apparently Trevorrow and Derek Connolly did slightly rewrite, but it's mostly their script. It's good. And it's funny because I love David Koepp as a screenwriter. You know, he's done a lot of great things. Spider-Man's one of my favorite films of all time. But with this movie, especially compared to his other two movies that he released this year, that he wrote this year, this is weak sauce. The score was generic. I couldn't believe it was Alexander Desplat doing this because this could have been anybody. The only memorable parts are when they cue the Jurassic Park theme. And even with that, they barely use it in the movie, just like in Dominion. And they don't even play the whole mute theme. They don't even play the full melody. It just like abruptly cuts off. I don't know, man. The only good thing, I will say there are good things about it, but there are only two good things. One is the cinematography, for the most part, except for the night shots at the end, because they look too dark. But the cinematography is beautiful. That's where Gareth Edwards shines in. and then also the visual effects. Sure, but the dinosaurs are all CGI now, but they still look pretty good, all things considered. With that being said, this movie's a fucking mess. It really is. It's a fucking mess. To me, I know they're gonna make another one because we made over $1 billion, and I really genuinely don't understand why. So I know they're gonna make another one, but fuck it, I'm done. I said I was done after Dominion because I thought that was the end, but then there was another one. I'm like, oh, with the director and the writer, oh, I'm interested now. And now this happened. No, I'm done. No matter what fucking filmmaker you throw at me, unless it's Dan Trachtenberg, I don't want to fucking be dealing with it. This is 0.5 out of 5. It really is. Jared, did you see this?
I have seen it. I liked it.
What did you think of it? No.
Not like, well, you know, like, okay. So I watched it a few weeks ago for the first time because my best friends and we did a book club where we read the first Jurassic Park. And so I had recently...
Yeah, you did say that.
I had recently rewatched Jurassic Park, and I've only seen a little bit of Jurassic World, and I have seen the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and that's... Well, I have seen Lost World, but it's been such a long time that, like, it's in need of a rewatch. But I liked this movie fine and everything. It doesn't do anything special, but I had fun watching it. I think there's cool things in it. I like the stuff with the almost like creepy mutated like monstrosity dinosaurs at the very end that are just really gross.
Horrible. I hated the design. That
like
no,
shit.
I love like
how
fucking
gross
xenomorph
and like half-made they were. I thought it was so cool because it's like they're just like abominations almost.
Oh my
Rejects.
God.
That's what I like.
I feel like the character design. I was like, what were you thinking? What genuinely? What the hell were you thinking? I just I'd rather just watch Alien Earth and want to see fucking aliens, which I haven't seen yet, but apparently it's very good. My mom has been watching Alien Earth and told me it's great. And you know what's the only positive I had with this movie, because my mom was on the phone with my grandma while I was watching this movie, and I remember the scene where the one chick gets eaten when you're grabbing out pushing the stuff on the island, she gets eaten, and I straight up called her idiot, and then mom was laughing, and then grandma, she was telling grandma how I was yelling at the screen calling that chick an idiot because you know I yell sometimes whenever I watch movies. I call somebody idiot sometimes, and then grandma does the exact same thing. So that's the only good thing I could say other than the visual effects and the cinematography. It's one of the worst films of the year. Is it worse than Minecraft? No, but it's still pretty bad. You know what? Yeah, I am gonna go over.
Hey, you may be.
Go ahead.
Hey, you may be yelling at the screen, but at least you're not under those chicken jockey.
Oh, fuck's sake. Now I'm going to go over the top 30 disturbing movies because of what we now know. I don't think we've done it, so let's get started. And this is in no particular order either. First one, The Flash. Put it to you this way: Ezra Miller, multiple arrests, disturbing allegations, violent outbursts, choking a bitch out, and grooming minors.
Yeah.
He flouted.
Just remember that when you're watching the movie.
At this point, he flouted just to be stuck in the Schumacher verse.
Yes.
And wear nipples on his suit.
Next, Snow White and the Huntsman. This is mainly because Kristen Stewart was cheating on Robert Pattinson with the director, Rupert Sanders, who was married. It's funny because people still talk about that movie, but they don't talk about the controversy that much anymore. Because that movie's gained a bit of a cult following these days.
For me, it's the start of Kristen Stewart proving all the naysayers wrong after Twilight. I mean, yeah, this was before the final Twilight, but still. I mean, she got nominated for an Oscar for Spencer for a reason. And
she's directing a movie right now. When the movie's finished, but I don't know when it's coming out. But she directed the movie. I think it premiered at Cannes earlier this year, and it hasn't have a release yet. So we'll see when that comes how good of a director she's gonna be. Next, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This is mainly because Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, they got together while Brad Pitt was still married to fucking Jennifer Aniston. Oops.
Yep.
Next, Call Me by Your Name. I don't even need to mention it. Army Hammer. What is the movie about?
Cannibalism.
No,
it's not about cannibalism.
Yeah,
I'm just saying cannibalism. Because Army Hammer.
Nice fava beans and a nice Chianti. Anyway, next up, Bohemian Rhapsody. Put it to you this way, Bryan Singer.
Yep.
Hey, Bryan Singer, good luck with that. Hey, Bryan Singer,
that leads through X-Men as well, even. Like, he was just shitty on there, too.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
so
Bryan Singer, Hey, Bryan Singer, good luck with that Israeli film with Jon Voight.
No, Jesus Christ. But, you know, when it comes down to you, apparently he was being shitty on X-Men. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, supposedly a lot of things got covered up, like, even during the X-Men days.
Oh my god, dude. So who's responsible for why that movie is good? I don't those movies, at least the original two and then Days of Future Past, why were they so good?
I guess because, you know, he is a good
Lauren
director.
Donner.
It's just he's a shitty person.
Maybe,
I guess,
or maybe when it comes
I guess Lauren Schuler
Lauren Schuler
Donner.
I never thought about it. She was the mastermind behind X-Men for a long time. You could also argue her, or when it comes to Days of Future Past, you could argue Simon Kinberg as well, back when Simon Kinberg actually gave a shit. So, next, Rebel Without a Cause. Mainly because James Dean was killed.
James Dean.
Yeah.
Killed before the movie even... I didn't know he got killed before the movie came out. Oh, jeez. Also, Rebel Without a Cause, I think, is the reason why we have You're Tearing Me Apart, Lisa. I think. Is that movie?
Yes. Yep.
You're tearing me apart, James Dean.
Next, I Heart Huckabees. That means I can say this again. I worked on this fucking thing for 3 fucking years.
Why is he still getting work?
What do you mean? I thought after Amsterdam, he didn't, you know.
Yeah, apparently he said... Apparently now he's directing a movie with Nicolas Cage as John Madden.
Well, it's fucking Nicolas Cage. He has bills to pay. You know, sometimes he doesn't always appear in major motion pictures now. He's getting better in terms of that, but he's still doing schlock.
And supposedly the thing that I've been wanting to happen for years, he might end up being the lead in the next season of True Detective, which is something I have always wanted.
That's interesting. Nicolas Cage doing, honestly, I could see that. Just anybody who's, I don't know if Nick Pozzolanto's running True Detective anymore. I don't think he is.
He's not. Nah.
So whoever is running it, write one freak out scene, please. Thank you very much. Next, The Conqueror. John Wayne, Genghis Khan.
Not just that, but the whole set was cursed.
Everybody fucking died of cancer.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's true. They were filmed next to a nuclear test site. Oh no! Oh no! Next.
By the way, Hunter, Bad Lieutenant Porco, New Orleans, that is Bad Lieutenant 2. So really, you mean Bad Lieutenant 3?
I thought Bad Lieutenant was a remake of Bad Lieutenant. I don't thought it was Bad Lieutenant 2. I thought that was a remake of Bad Lieutenant. I thought, at least that's what I thought. Next, Blade Trinity. Put it to you this way.
I don't
David
like
S. Goyer
you never did.
And Wesley Snipes were fighting a lot. To the point where he refused to leave his trailer. And this is why I feel like Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds had to kind of be the main characters. Because he could have got out of his fucking trailer. It doesn't help that New Line was being greedy also about what was going on as well.
I always thought you were retired.
Next, Twilight Zone the movie. I don't even think I need to go into this.
Yeah.
I feel like we've spoken about it before.
I think we've spoken many times about it. They fucking killed Vic Morrow and 2 innocent kids. John Landis, you're a hack. He's a good director, but a horrible human being. Next, a movie that Jared has talked about, The Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
You could argue what's the other? Isn't there another movie called Birth of a Nation that came out recently, or is it that Death of a Nation?
with Nat Parker.
Yeah.
Is that
Nat
Death
Parker.
of a Nation? Or
no.
Death of a Nation
It is Birth of a
Donald
Nation.
Trump.
oh, never
documentary.
mind that. So both of them are bad. They should have put both of them on here because for different reasons. Next, It Ends With Us. They're both in the wrong. Let me put it to you that way. I think they're both in the wrong. I'm sorry. They're both in the wrong. They're both in the wrong. They're both pieces of shit. Next, Better Off Dead. Apparently, this is because, not even because of the movie itself, apparently, but the reason why they say it hasn't aged well is because Dan Schneider's in the movie. Yes, that Dan Schneider. The Nickelodeon Dan Schneider. Back when he was an actor.
Can we all disagree that the best contribution he's made was writing Big Fat Liar?
I agree. Drake and Josh was still a great show, too. That was a great show. But Big Fat Liar, yeah. But here's the thing. He was not on the fucking set because Sean Levy is a better director. And that was his directorial debut. At least feature directorial debut. Next, The Blind Side. Because of recent events where the guy was like, he said they didn't even adopt him at all. They invoked a fucking conservatorship just like Britney Spears, which allowed the profit off his likeness. Don't watch The Blind Side anymore, folks. Just don't. Just don't.
How did it get Best Picture nomination over
It's
Watchmen?
not even that good of a movie. Yes, Sandra Bullock was great in it, but it's not even that great of a movie.
Watchmen with
it's
the Wild
like
Things
fine.
Love and Test of Mr. Fox.
It's not that great of a movie, guys. Sandra Bullock was phenomenal. It's funny because she did that in All About Steve, which is also not a very good movie that year.
And
As a result, she won Best Actress and Worst Actress in the same year.
Within a 24-hour time
period,
frame.
too. Next, A Beautiful Mind. Apparently, this is because the book is apparently not based on a true story. It leaves out a lot of stuff. Then again, most based on true story movies leave out shit. So what do I know? Next, oh god, The Last Tango in Paris. Moving on. I don't even fucking need to go into it.
Boring,
pretentious, fucked up. Fuck Marlon Brando and
better.
fuck Bernardo Bellucci. Fuck them both for what they did to that poor girl. Next, oh god, this is a childhood favorite of mine. The Adventures of Milo and Otis.
Yeah, because of all the animal abuse.
Animal abuse. Oh boy. Although I've heard that there was no hard evidence in terms of that happening, so I don't know if they actually kill cats and kill dogs, but if they did, I don't know. Next, Heathers. I've never seen Heathers in my life.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was because they didn't watch Mojo. You're a fucking idiot. They put it in here because the fucking TV show, and it was the TV show. Remember the TV show they did at Heathers and all the controversy and all the stuff, and they didn't even air it at all. And they put it in there because the fucking show. Give me a break. It's not even about the movie, for fuck's sake. Next, Poltergeist and Poltergeist 2.
Because the main kid actor died.
Why don't you put Poltergeist 3? Why don't you put 3? Why? Because it can't be disturbing because when they're saying Caroline, Bruce, Patricia, Caroline, Bruce. I'm sorry, I had to reference the Siskel and Ebert review. I'm sorry. Next, Kramer versus Kramer. This is mainly because Dustin Hoffman was method acting and being a real asshole behind the scenes. In order to get in fact, he decided in order to get a better performance out of Meryl Streep, he repeatedly harassed her. It ranged from insults to slaps, even throwing a real glass at a wall without her knowledge. Yes, Dustin Hoffman is a very good actor.
Now won over it.
But at the same time, Was this necessary? No. So I fear what he might have done on Tootsie if he was method acting. I fear what he would have done on Tootsie. And Tootsie, I love Tootsie. What about, and I worry about what he would do on Rain Man too.
Hook, Kung Fu Panda series.
Well, Kung Fu Panda has a voiceover role, so he doesn't have to fucking method act. Next, American Beauty. Moving on.
Moving on.
Next, The Shining. Put it to you this way, Stanley Kubrick, you're an asshole. Moving on.
Yeah.
Next, The Crow. Do you want to even need to go further? And this is the original. This is not the fucking remake.
Oops. The remake didn't even exist.
Next, The Wizard of Oz. Apparently, the Tin Man, the original actor for the Tin Man, had a severe allergic reaction to the makeup.
Yes.
Not just that, but Margaret Hamilton had an accident with the fire.
Third-degree burns. And let's not forget the original director was fired midway through production.
And not to mention, in the previous cuts, we all thought Munchkin hung himself in the background, but no, apparently it was a peacock.
Peacock. Just like the streaming for Peacock. Anyway. Next, a movie called In Cold Blood. This is apparently about Robert Blake. Well, he's an actor, but apparently, the reason why it was here is because apparently the body of Blake's second wife turned up in his vehicle and he became the prime suspect in the news story of the year, but he was acquitted of murder charges. That's weird. Next, Contagion. Do I even need to go into it?
Next.
One of the worst things. Okay, excuse me, I better to myself, but this is one of the worst things that the Disney live-action divisions have done. Hollywood Pictures in 1995 gave a director who is literally a convicted pedophile a major studio picture in powder. Victor Salva.
Oh, Victor Salva, yeah.
A major fucking studio picture directed by a convicted pedophile. There's a reason why I refuse to see Powder. And he was actually convicted, unlike Woody Allen. So, fuck him. That's why I'm never going to see fucking Jeepers Creepers. Never going to. None of them. No.
Then again, I think Universal or Focus Features also let Roman Polanski direct The Pianist. So
that's true. They got the rights to that. Well, they don't own the rights to it anymore. Apparently, Shout Factory owns the rights by themselves now. But that's besides the point. Next, The Fearless Vampire Creature. Speaking of, this is a Roman Polanski movie, but this is mainly because Sharon Tate dies in this movie. Oh, and she died in real life too.
If only Brad Pitt was there with the flamethrower.
Next, Manhattan. Speaking of Woody Allen, it's because he was in the movie, he dates a teenager. His character dates a teenager.
And he was ashamed of this movie, so he tried to bury this movie.
Ugh, fucking hell. And the last one, every single movie released by Miramax or Dimension that has Harvey Weinstein's name on it, or the Weinstein Company for that regard. Every single one. Everyone. Except for maybe Scream, because Wes Craven constantly put his fucking foot down in front of Harvey. And, you know, mostly, yeah, that was mainly Bob Weinstein, but still, you know, it's just Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, he made a lot of incredible movies. Like, I saw The English Patient. That's an incredible movie, but Harvey Weinstein is a piece of shit god-awful being. Pulp Fiction. Let's see, whatever movies he produced. Mimic. I even like Mimic. That he produced that. What else? Kill Bill.
Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York. Wind River. A bunch of others. Just fuck Weinstein. Fuck him. Fuck him. I would like to thank Harvey Weinstein. I'm sorry. I will never get old. I will never keep saying that because it's just Gwyneth. What the fuck? That's it. That's all I got. So, Soren, you could go now.
All right, I have a new topic for you guys. So, as you all know, the Oscars first had their Best Animated Feature category back in 2001. So that got me thinking. Why don't we go delving into a what if scenario? What if it actually happened earlier?
Mm.
So I'm gonna start with 1991 because that was the year that Beauty and the Beast got a Best Picture nomination. Now, the movies in in these years were chosen based on a mix of critical response, cultural impact, and common Oscar trends, and they're listed by their American release. So, if you're asking why Princess Mononoke isn't in 1997, then
It's because it
that's
came out here in '99. Again, Weinstein tried to fuck with that movie too. Because remember, he wanted to give it a wide release, but he was gonna cut the movie down. And Hayao Miyazaki said, "No, you can't cut our movie down. You can make a dub, but you can't cut our movie down." And that's why it got limited release and bombed.
yeah. First off, 1991. Of course, Beauty and the Beast is going to get nominated. The other two, 91 wasn't exactly a strong year for animation. I guess I put in, American Tail 2, Fightful Goes West, and
I heard that was okay.
And Rockadoodle.
Rockadoodle came out in '91. I thought it came out in '92.
Let me check.
I swear to God, I think it came out in '92. Because I remember, I think it beat Fern Gully beat it at one point.
Actually, you're right. It came out in '92.
See, told you.
I guess Rover Dangerfield. I don't know.
With Rodney fucking Dangerfield as a dog. Oh my God.
All right, 1992. We have Aladdin,
yes.
Ferngully the Last Rainforest, and Porco Rosso.
And Rockadoodle, but that's besides the point.
Possible are Little Nemo or Baby's Kids, but I doubt it.
Baby's Kids. I remember I used to own a DVD of that. I didn't understand
Baby's
one fucking
Kids.
bit of it. You know why? Because it was PG-13 movie. So I've never seen it since. I heard it was shit, so I don't know. Maybe I should not go back and watch that.
All right, 1993. We have Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. We have Nightmare Before Christmas, and We're Back: A Dinosaur Story.
I go Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
Possible Once Upon a Forest, even though I heard it was mediocre.
Oh, that's a Hanna-Barbera one.
Yeah. 1994, we have The Lion King, obviously. We have Ocean Waves, even though I heard it was meh. And another movie I hear was meh, The Swan Princess.
I heard they made a lot of Swan Princess movies. I think they're still making Swan Princess movies to this day.
Possible The Page Master, Thumbelina.
Oh, hell no. The Page Master was a shitty movie.
And maybe Faraday, but I don't know, because it was never really...
I don't think The Page Master would count, because the first 25 minutes of the movie are all in live action.
Well, then again, WALL-E, Happy Feet, and Marcel the Shell had the live action stuff. So
I don't remember WALL-E having live action. I'm gonna have to look at it again.
Yeah, and the beginning.
Hello Dolly. Because of Hello Dolly, right?
And also the beginning with the B&L ads.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've seen WALL-E. I apologize. I know Happy Feet had live action stuff. Oh wait, you were gonna nominate a Troll in Central Park, Soren?
Worst animated movie ever.
I'm a bad troll. A very bad troll.
Don Blue, what the fuck were you thinking?
The only good thing about that movie is the nostalgia critic review. If you haven't seen it, go watch that fucking review. It's one of his best, back when he was actually the shit and not pure shit.
1995, we have Pocahontas, even though that was mediocre. Toy Story and Whisper of the Heart. Possible Balto, Goofy Movie, Pebble and the Penguin, Pompoko.
I like the Goofy movie. That's pretty good. I don't think it's a great movie, but I think it's pretty good for what it is.
1996, we have Ghost in the Shell, because it came out in the U.S. that year.
Boo!
We have Hunchback of Notre Dame and James and the Giant Peach.
James and the Giant Peach again. I think like the first 15 minutes are live, and then like the third act is entirely live action. I think it's been a while since I've seen that movie, so I don't know what's.
Possible Beavis and Butthead Do America and do a Space Jam.
Again, Space Jam is mostly live action, but still, I love Space Jam.
All right, 1997. The nominees would be Anastasia, Cats Don't Dance, and Heracles.
Actually, I don't know because Anastasia is actually a good movie. It's actually a pretty good movie. I like that movie. Hercules
really
is
like
good though.
Possible.
Why did I watch it? Anderson's in it for like 5 minutes. That's why I watched it.
Possible. Maybe End of Evangelion. Maybe.
No, Evangelion go fuck itself. Evangelion is such a fucking pretentious ass franchise. Fuck off.
All right, 1998. The nominees would be A Bug's Life, Mulan, and Prince of Egypt.
You probably go Prince of Egypt, right? Because I know you.
I would go Prince of Egypt.
Okay,
I would go. Fuck. What were the other two? Mulan and A Bug's Life. I would. I think I'm gonna go with Bug's Life.
Possibly. Possible would be Ants or Quest for Camelot, since it got
not Ants, not Quest for Camelot. Hell no.
Or the Rugrats movie.
Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna be controversial. Rugrats movie. That movie's my shit.
Okay, 1999. I'm gonna expand it to 5 movies because it was such a great year for movies, and plus they did expand it in 2002. So go figure. Okay, 5 nominees would be Iron Giant, Perfect Blue, Princess Mononoke, Tarzan, and Toy Story 2.
Perfect Blue came out in 99 here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd go Tarzan either way.
A possible Fantasia 2000 or South Park Big Along and Uncut.
I consider Fantasia 2000 to be a 2000 movie because it came out on January 1st, 2000 in IMAX. So, yeah, it premiered in 99.
And finally, we get to 2000. The 3 nominees would probably be Chicken Run, Dinosaur, and The Road to El Dorado.
What about Emperor's New Groove?
Possible Emperor's New Groove, or My Name is the Yamadas, or Rugrats in Paris, or the Ticket Movie, or Titan AE.
Oh, honestly, I might be controversial. I'm gonna go with fucking Titan AE. Mainly because it's my sensibilities in check here. Although I know Jared loves the Tigger movie, so.
No, I do love the Ticker movie.
All right, that's it for that list, and now I have a Watch Mojo list. The top 10 blockbuster movies of 1995.
Blockbuster. Oh, so it's pretty much the 10 highest grossing movies of the year. I would think, right?
Yeah. Number 10, Bad Boys.
Well, Bad Boys is a very good movie. It's a very, very good movie. And again, I will reiterate this point. The reason why the movie worked so well is because remember, the movie only had a $17 million budget, which was very low by Simpson Bruckheimer standards. But they told Michael Bay, keep it under 17 million. He had to pay $1 million for like this big explosion that happens towards the end of the movie, and he had to use his own car as their car in the movie. But the best thing Michael Bay did was, since the script that they got was so shitty, he asked Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, and Téa Leoni to ad-lib most of their lines. And that's why it's a fucking classic. Because most of the dialogue in this movie is completely ad-libbed because the script was so bad. And it made a bad script really good.
Number 9, Batman Forever.
I haven't seen the whole thing of Batman Forever. I'm going to be completely honest.
I love Batman.
Damn it, Tanner. I already ranted about Rebirth. That piece of shit Snickers. Oh.
Who's the genius who puts women in a skirt like this, or whatever Willem Dafoe said?
Oh, Jesus.
Number 8, Apollo 13.
Apollo 13. I haven't seen that movie in a couple of years.
Number 7, Clueless.
Good movie. Although I will say, I hate the ending. I don't think I'm the only one who hates the ending. I hate it. That she gets... she ends up with Paul Rudd, who in this movie is her step brother. So she's fucking her step brother now?
Number 6, Braveheart.
Speaking of Mel Gibson fucking a 2-year-old. Thank you, Jared, for always ruining Braveheart for me by saying, oh, Sophie Marceau's character was supposed to be 2 in real life. Thanks for ruining that for me.
Number 5, GoldenEye.
One of the Bond movies I've never seen.
Number 4, Seven.
Great. I love Seven.
Number 3, The Usual Suspects.
Primarily because of the ending.
Number 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Good movie until the last 10 minutes.
Honorable mentions. We have Casino, Heat,
Never saw it. Great.
Jumanji,
Great.
Mortal Kombat,
Ugh, I hate that first Mortal Kombat movie. I fucking hate it. It's just as bad as Annihilation.
and Pocahontas.
Ugh.
And number 1, Toy Story.
No shit. It's fucking Toy Story.
Yep.
Shit. No shit.
All right, those are all my topics. Jared, you go.
Jared, you got something?
I do. Okay, so quick note and everything. So originally, why I was going to be late to this was I told Victor that Morgan and I were going to go see a movie.
That's what I thought.
Victor, we didn't end up seeing the movie.
Oh, dear.
So we ended up doing something else.
Okay.
So I had plans of doing a ranking video, or a ranking, basically. And that was my plan. But now I'm kind of like, well, now I haven't seen that movie, so I can't do the ranking. But then I wouldn't have a topic. So I'm going to do a ranking anyway, minus the fact that I haven't seen this movie.
It's okay. Whenever you do review it, if you do review it on the show, you can come back and say, I put it here. That's the benefit of rankings.
That is what I will do, because
something tells me this is the fucking Conjuring, though.
it is the fucking Conjuring.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single Conjuring movie, so I can't comment.
The first 2 are great. I don't care about the rest. So here we go. This is going to be a real interesting thing.
Yeah. Okay. So like last year, or at least like early this year, I think it was last year, Morgan and I watched like a bunch, like all of the Conjuring movies, like in the greater Conjuring universe and stuff. And but then like this time around and everything, we didn't have the time to just go through the entire
quickly
franchise.
Answer that question. Nope.
So we watched recently just the Conjuring 2, and then The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
One of the worst
in
titles of all
preparations.
time. Why couldn't you just be consistent and call it The Conjuring 3? But no, we gotta call it The Devil Made Me Do It.
I will talk about how frustrating that title is when we get to the movie and everything. But yeah, so this is my ranking of everything minus
Last Rites.
Last Rites. And also, it will have a little added movie too that people forget about. That is,
it's La Llorona. It's canon. It's part of it. People saying it's not part of it. No bullshit. It is.
Well,
unless you want to count. Unless you're just talking about fucking Aquaman with Annabelle in the fucking corner.
Oh no, no! I'm talking about something that is at the very bottom here at number 10.
Oh boy!
That people have probably never heard of because it was only released on DVD.
What the fuck? Oh
and
God.
It technically does take part in the universe, mostly in that it was directed by John R. Leonetti.
Oh, it's director of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It's terrific.
Yeah, it's called Wolves at the Door.
What the? You sure this is canon? I never even heard of this movie.
It technically is. It technically is part of it, but very, very loosely. It was produced by like Peter Safran.
Before
and-
DC Studios, folks. Before DC Studios.
Yes. It is a retelling of the murder of Sharon Tate.
Oh dear, it's like that fucking other movie that you watched and I
And-
watched, and it was a piece of shit.
So, those of you that don't know or have not ever seen it, but there was several years ago that horrible movie called The Haunting of Sharon
It's so
Tate,
bad, folks.
which is one of
bad.
the most disgusting
Yeah,
things
it's
I have ever
deplorable.
seen. Because
You think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, viewing revisionist history, you thought that was bad? Watch this. Watch this. It's even worse. Well, I mean, I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for the record, but, for people who got offended over that.
That movie was so disrespectful and dirty and everything. And
Hilary Duff was fucking terrible.
Oh, yes. And Wolves at the Door is also terrible, but not in the haunting of Sharon Tate way. It's mostly comes down to it just not really being a good movie at all. Just really nothing about it that stands out. It is a very cheap movie. Obviously, it was a direct-to-video movie.
Oh, dear.
If that tells you anything. And also, if this tells you anything, it's only 72 minutes long.
Jesus Christ, that's not even feature length.
It is barely a movie. And there's just... there's so little about it because it very much is just
holy shit,
those
so it came out
last several
on
hours.
DVD in 2017, and yeah, even it's to the point where not even Peter Safran produced it, and Leonard directed it. Gary Dauberman also wrote it. He wrote a couple of the Conjuring movies, a couple of them. Jesus Christ,
it's mostly just like very basic by the numbers, like telling of the events with no visual flair or anything. It's just it is not good, guys. And like, there's a reason probably why nobody has absolutely heard of this, because it's buried, because it's a direct-to-video
well, it was
movie.
going to be a theatrical release apparently, but they just dumped it. So they probably had no faith in it.
I completely understand, because it really is just the worst one.
Oh my god!
Now
dude,
we get to the Conjuring universe proper, or technically this movie, for the longest time, before it started coming out and everything, it wasn't connected. And then
now
they
it
did
is.
Connect it.
The Curse of La Llorona.
Yep. The Curse of La Llorona. This is where we get the introduction of Michael Chavez. Is it Chavez?
The guy who ruined the whole fucking thing.
Oh my gosh, like, okay.
He is a terrible director. I'm sorry. He's just not. Oh, but he directed that one Billie Eilish music video. Don't fucking matter. It's a music video.
Yeah. So La Llorona is a competent enough made movie. It is not a good movie. I really do not like any of the characters. I feel as if Linda Cardellini is
she's a good actress too,
wasted.
but come on now.
The movie is not very scary. For somebody like Michael Chavez, who I do not think really has a great visual style, I think that the look of this movie is fine and everything, but it's just boring and forgettable and not really all that scary. And again, the only thing that connects it to the greater Conjuring universe is that it has
Annabelle. the priest from Annabelle's in it.
It has
That's
the
why.
priest from Annabelle, and that is really it. Other than that, it is just a very forgettable film that just doesn't feel
I
connected at
feel
all
like
to
too.
this.
This is the only thing I remember about La Llorona. They decided to put that movie out 1 week before Endgame came out, and they sent it to die. That's the only thing I remember because I knew when they opened it that week and it didn't do so well, it was gonna Endgame was gonna wipe the floor with it. Guess what? It did.
All right. So next after that, some people might actually put a different movie here, but right now I'm putting Annabelle,
Oh boy.
the first one, which is just a. You started with The Conjuring, which was. I'll get to it, but we know the first Conjuring movie is fantastic. It is a classic, like old school haunted house movie, and I love it. But so it's like Annabelle was fast tracked because that Annabelle doll was popular in the first 5 minutes of the movie and everything.
Oh, it's like
so
Jurassic World Rebirth. They fast tracked it because we made money.
Yeah, it's like we got to do this and everything, and so this ends up feeling just like extremely rushed and extremely bland. There's some interesting things I think in this. There is one sequence that like takes place in the basement of this place that is really tense, and I think well done for the most part, but it's met with such like bland, forgettable characters and things. I can say I like the setting. It's just it's a bland movie, and I feel like that is the biggest problem with the Conjuring universe overall, is that a lot of the movies are just fucking bland and
that's
dull.
horror movies in general. I know, hot take, but
they're just
when it comes to horror
very
movies.
forgettable, like basic, like waste.
Yeah, because you know why?
And this
Because
is coming from somebody that does love this franchise, despite like not.
So I think The Conjuring. I don't know if this is gonna be an accurate comparison, but it's turned into fucking Saw. Not in the same way as Saw, but it's like Saw where they keep pumping shit out because teenagers are literally pissing their pants over fucking jump scare after jump scare after jump scare rather than actual scares.
All right, so now the next one I have is actually Annabelle Comes Home.
I heard that movie is fucking terrible.
This movie it has some things going for it in that it does have the Warrens back in a very minor role. It mostly focuses on Judy, their daughter, played by McKenna Grace. That's fine. However, for a movie that is a kind of, a period piece taking place in the 70s, I think.
Well, I would think so because the third one takes place in the 70s too. So
yeah. So because of that, this movie does not feel like it takes place in the 1970s because it has nothing about it that visually conveys that convincingly.
Well, I'd argue this has been like they with The Conjuring for a very long time. They feel like fucking modern people always
characters now. Act like modern day characters in this, and the way they talk. These teenagers, they talk like modern teenagers and stuff. They do not talk like anybody would in the 1970s, and it just takes me out of it. It's not very scary, and I feel as if the movie is called fucking Annabelle, and I feel like Annabelle, the doll, the demon inside it, does shit in this movie. Does absolutely fucking nothing.
I heard that a lot of the characters are just like the typical teenagers. Oh, we smoke, we drink, we do stupid shit, and we all get, you know, possessed or killed or whatever. From what I understand, it's a secondhand. I'm working on secondhand knowledge here, but I'm just like, and this is the one that Gary Dahmer actually directed too. So I'm telling you, he's a bad screenwriter. The It movies, they're written terribly. The Conjuring movies that he wrote were written terribly. Like, he is terrible too, not just Michael Chavez.
All right, and so after that, people shit on this movie, and I'm kind of a defender of this movie, but at the same time, I'm not.
Something tells me it's The Nun 2.
Actually, it's The Nun 1.
Oh, well, close enough.
So,
because a lot of people shut on the second one too.
The Nun 1 is a dumb movie. I do think it has some fun elements to it that
the only thing that is like I'd say is a fun fact about it is that Vera Farmiga's sister is the lead. That's the only thing that stands out.
She's very good in this, and she's good in the sequel too. But I will say something that I do like about this and is fun about it is I love the setting. Because this takes place basically the farthest in the Conjuring timeline, and takes place basically in Romania, and there's something, this is going to sound weird, very survival horror video game about this movie.
Oh, they turned it into Resident Evil or Silent Hill or...
I feel like watching this would make a really cool setting for a survival horror video game. And there's aspects of it where I'm like, I kind of like that, and that's part of the fun of it, which makes it more entertaining than like it kind of would be on its own, thinking of it like that and everything. This one, I really think is harmless. I understand the hate, but I don't think it's as bad as people say.
Who directed this one?
Is it Corin Hardy?
Oh, I thought it was Chavez. Oh, that's the fucking sequel. That's Chavez.
And I really wish that this guy had come back and everything, because I think he does have like a interesting style in this movie that, like, maybe if it's a better written script or something could have been better and stuff. But yeah, so after that, it's The Nun 2. I kind of like this movie. Vera Farmiga's sister, she's really good in it. I kind of like the setting. I like the nun as an antagonist, and this one I think is spooky. And I think I will say this for me with Michael Chavez, who, when he made La Llorona, had very little style of his own or everything. I think in each movie, I feel like I see improvement in his directing. So maybe Last Rites will be like, yes, maybe I'll think this is the one, or maybe he has 5 more movies down the line that he needs to make before I'm like, yeah, he's finally made it as a director.
Oh, jeez. I hope he gets away from the Conjuring, because they said, oh, this is going to be the last one. Guess what? They just turned back on their word. It's Last Rites is not the last Conjuring movie. If anything, Cody Leach even said this. He's claimed it as, quote-unquote, phase 1 of the Conjuring universe. phase 1, if one is really saying this is the end of phase 1, Feige, what have you done?
All right. So now we're at the top 4 here, and at number 4 I have The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Oh,
I wish this was just called Conjuring 3.
I saw this movie the day it came out because this is one of the movies that they put out on HBO Max the same day they put it out in the theater. This is one of the movies, and I was like, by the end of it, this movie's a piece of shit. I hated the title. There was like it felt generic. There's a lot of jump scares, and also me and Soren always keep talking about this. They steal from other scores from other movies, and they even list the cues that they used in the end credits. Like they stole a cue from the Daredevil TV show. They stole a cue from Sicario: Day of the Soldado, for example. Those are two that stand to mind. Like, what were you thinking?
Yeah. But
I also hate the title, but go ahead. You go with that.
Yeah,
you go
with
there.
The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I do like this movie. I think Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are really good in this. I mean, they're great in all of these movies and stuff, and they're the reason you see them. And I think that this movie does some good stuff with building these characters' relationship, despite the fact that, you know, in real life and everything, Ed Warren and Lorraine Warren
I heard
were,
they're pieces of shit in real life.
Pieces of shit, yeah. But in the universe of these movies and everything, I really love these characters and I like seeing them. And I like in this movie that they attempted to do something different and not just do another haunted house movie. That, you know, I commend them for doing that. I think that this story is interesting when you put it on paper because the title comes from the fact that, you know, this was a court case where a guy claimed possession as basically his defense. Everything.
Here's the thing, Jared. Here's the thing, Jared. It was already done. It's called The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I know,
and that movie is great.
But still, it's like making a court case horror movie. It's been shown to be a good idea in the past and everything, and it's like that could have been the movie, but that's not
what it is at all. If I remember correctly.
That's not what they want. They want the spooky and the jump scares.
Oh, this one has, from what I understand, from the 3 that I have seen, this has the worst in terms of jump scares, in terms of the count of how many jump scares.
And I'll say too that something that I do like with the 3 Conjuring movies that I have seen, the ones that are called Conjuring, I like the difference in visual styles. Like each one has a very distinct look to them. Like the first one is this like brownish sepia tone, old kind of look. The second one is this cold blue. And then this is like,
I don't remember what this looked like.
This
yellow?
Is like gross, sweaty, yellow and red.
Yeah, it's like I thought it was yellow. Yeah.
Yeah, like that, and I like it because it's like, well, you're doing a good job, movie, of like making me like feel dirty watching this. But I will say this: the biggest problem I have with this movie and why
Chavez, move on.
It does not work for me in a lot of ways because I watched this movie last night, so it's fresh on my mind. I check out every time I watch this movie. Because after a while, after about like the first, not even the first half of the movie, I check out because something that I think is special and I like about the first two Conjuring movies, despite of what your belief is in ghosts and all
The
that,
supernatural.
like the supernatural, despite like what your thoughts are and everything, because these movies do say shit like inspired by true events, based
Which
on
I
true
think is a
stories.
bunch of bullshit, but I still
Yeah,
think they're great movies.
but there's this sense when you watch those first two movies that there's a reverence for those events where it's like you it might all be bullshit and everything, but you feel like maybe this did happen or maybe this could have happened, even though you know that they embellish all like the events and stuff, and in reality there was bumps in the night and that was it.
Mhm.
But this movie, like, they have shit with like there was a cult and there's this lady going around
that's
like doing
right.
shit and
Fuck.
cursing
Oh, I
people, and it's like
forgot.
I cannot believe for a second like
I
that
forgot that they
that
did
the
that.
real life Ed and Lorraine Warren like ran around in some underground bunker tomb chasing down some lady. It's
You know
like,
what this is? This is like if Halloween 5 and 6 meets The Conjuring, the Thorn shit. It's like that.
yes, like it becomes like ridiculous, and it's like this series has moved. I mean, it had already moved away from being like inspired by true events and everything, but yeah, um, that's my biggest problem with it, and why I don't think it works for me. The stuff that does work for me is the relationship stuff, not the horror stuff at all.
I think
Anyway,
this
I
is the
talked about
moment
that
where
way
I
too
felt
long.
like this movie was the moment where I felt like James Wan's presence needed to be felt, and there was really it wasn't felt to me at all. It felt,
Um,
for better or worse, like a Chavez movie.
so at number 3, I have Annabelle Creation. This is an awesome movie. I I genuinely think that this is an awesome movie. This was the one directed by David F. Sandberg.
Oh, it's Sandberg. That makes sense. It's the prequel to the prequel. Ugh.
Yes, it is the prequel to the prequel. This came out around the same time that what that
What that
what
what?
Mike Flanagan did, Ouija Origin of Evil.
You sure it
So
came out in
it was
2016? I thought this movie came out in 2018. I don't know. Maybe no.
Annabelle
I call
Creation
bullshit.
came out in
It is
2017.
2016. I'm sorry. This is
But
2016. I'm sorry.
but this was in that
Wait,
weird
no. That's not
era
true
of
because Conjuring 2 came
prequels.
out 2016, right? I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
Let's not even forget it. Let's let somebody else correct it here.
But yeah, this was the era where you made prequels and they were better than the
Yeah.
other movies. This I like
Yeah,
this
it's
movie.
17, Jared. It's 17.
Okay. Annabelle Creation is a really like mean movie. Like mean in that it doesn't hold back on being relentless towards its characters, who are mostly all children.
Hey, at least they had the balls to do that.
Yeah, they
Most people
do,
wouldn't even
and
do it.
I think that like this movie just has such a creative setup of like these girls in this house, and just like these horrific things happening around them. It's fun, entertaining, and genuinely scary, which I would say that the previous films that I have already talked about and everything have different levels of some moments could be seen as scary, some just not. But this one is a legitimately spooky movie. That I I, I think people seem to like it when it came out and everything, but I feel like people don't talk about it as much anymore and everything. But this really is a really good movie in the Conjuring universe. But yeah, but it doesn't hold a candle to the stuff that James Wan did for
No
this
shit.
franchise.
No shit.
Because number 2 for me is The Conjuring 2.
No, I actually reverse it, and then you get my number 2 and my number 1. Reverse it.
So I had to warm up to The Conjuring 2. I've always really enjoyed this film and loved it and everything, but I've had to warm up to it. There's some things that I don't love. Like, I feel sometimes this movie is a little crowded with introduction. Like, it's not enough to have the infield poltergeist. You have to have the nun, and you have to have the crooked man as ways of eventually spawning off of this franchise and stuff, which crooked man's never gonna happen. Probably,
It's
like,
never
that's
gonna
probably
happen.
dead. But
Unless
that's about it, honestly.
unless you
and,
count
and the
Hellboy.
only reason why I ranked this lower, but something I think that this movie does even better than the first movie is the family that is being terrorized.
I think they're a better family than in the first one. That's what takes it out. That's what pretty much takes it into an advantage here.
They are fantastic.
They are all good. They are all good.
And the girl, I can't remember the girl's name and everything, but the main young girl who is the one being affected by this poltergeist and everything, she is phenomenal in this. You get just some really great moments with Ed and Lorraine. You get that awesome
The
scene
Elvis
of
thing.
Patrick
The
Wilson
Elvis thing.
singing
Yep.
Elvis.
Yep.
Just really, really great moments like that. And this is a longer movie, and it's one that takes its time. And
I thought it was perfect. I thought it was perfectly
really,
paced.
The Warrens, like, there's a good chunk. Like, you have the introduction to this movie with the Warrens and stuff, but then it hits you with that montage of England, and you are with that family for a very, very long time without cutting back to the Warrens a whole lot. And it just gives you a lot of time with that family and stuff before the Warrens eventually show up. And this movie is freaky, legitimately scary.
I think one of the scariest scenes that really made me shit my pants was the scene with the nun. I think it's one of the scariest fucking things at that point. When I was 16, yes. I was scared. I felt I was gonna shit my pants.
One of some of my favorite stuff is with the poltergeist in it it's Bill Wilkins. That there's stuff like him appearing, like you see his reflection in, like, the TV screen for a second when the TV turns off, or there's this great moment where Ed is trying to speak to Ed, or speak to Bill through the little girl, and you see, like, in the background, because, like, all the focus is on Patrick, and you see her morph into the form of the ghost, stuff like that. Just phenomenal. Just really great filmmaking. James Wan is just.
I think actually before *Malignant* came out, that was my favorite James Wan movie for a very long time. A very long time. I feel like after he left this franchise, it just went down the fucking door. I feel like if he had continued to direct it, I think this would be a more consistent franchise than it is now. I think it would be. Because James Wan is one of those directors who keeps improving with almost every single movie, with the exception of his Aquaman movies, because I feel like the Aquaman movies, well, in some ways he was kind of a director for hire on those, but you know, everything else from Saw, I mean, you know, and did he do Dead Silence or Death Sentence after that?
He
I
did
don't remember
Dead
which
Silence.
one. I know he did Death Sentence and Dead Silence, but I'm trying to figure out which one came out first, because it came out the same year. I'm trying to figure out which one came out first. I think Death Sentence, which I think is underrated with Kevin Bacon, the Death Wish kind of movie, is actually underrated. I actually like that one. And his buddy Lee Winnell has a small role in it. I think it's actually one of the better acting performances I've ever seen Lee do. It's actually funny, unlike his role in Saw, where he is just awful.
And at number one, I have The Conjuring. I think this is just a instant horror classic. Just introducing us to these characters. I still remember the first time I watched this movie illegally online, downstairs in the middle of the night, and I was really, really freaked out by it. And I loved it so much that I was like, I had my parents take me to go see it. Actually in theaters, and we had a good time.
Oh, this is a cam version you fucking saw, not even a fucking HD file. God damn.
Yeah.
But, you know, I remember when the movie was coming out, people were saying, "Oh, it's the scariest movie of all time," because this is the beginning of the whole every horror movie has to be the scariest movie of all time kind of shit. And all they did in the marketing was the scene with that's the entire marketing campaign for the first movie.
I do love that clapping so much, and it is very iconic and everything. I love the filmmaking in this and everything. Like James Wan, same with Conjuring 2 and everything, wanted these movies to very much feel like old school 70s haunted house movies and stuff.
Even though this movie takes place, I think, in the 50s. I think this one takes place in the 50s. I mean, the sequel takes place.
And it has characters that you really love and care about, and it just introduces it's crazy that Ed and Lorraine Warren, like the characters, not the real people, the characters, have become just one of the most iconic film duos of all time. Like, these are treasured characters, I think, at this point.
And I think that's why Last Rites did so well, even though I heard it was a bit shit, because they love the Warrens as characters so much.
And you want to see these movies for them, for their relationship.
And it's funny because you would think that Warner, they would make it be, oh, here's another ghost, but I feel like them focusing in on the Warrens now with the marketing, it goes to show that I think they're going to be, in time, they're going to be one of the most iconic horror characters of all time, right up there with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Ghostface. They're going to be up there.
But yeah, this movie has just iconic moments. It is very scary at times. That there's moments that still genuinely like fright me and get me. Also, despite the fact that like I don't think the family is as good as the second movie, they're still really good. But the one that shines obviously is Lily Taylor, who is phenomenal.
Much better horror movie than The Haunting from 1999. Yes. That's for fucking sure.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
But no, I love this movie, and like again, I love the Conjuring franchise despite not liking like half of them. It's still one that's like near and dear to me. It's kind of like where like I love the Friday the 13th movies, but
A lot of
I've said
people
this
like them.
I've said this before. I love the Friday the 13th movies, but if I like averaged the score out, like added all of the scores up from all of the movies, it would average about like a 6 out of 10 for the entire franchise. But yeah, that is basically all I have. But I will say one piece of news that I saw, and it's really funny because yesterday I was telling Morgan how I would really love it if they did a remake of a certain movie that has already been remade, but do it a whole lot better and with less Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh shit! I don't even remember
And
this.
apparently, I'm getting my wish. David S. Sandberg is apparently working on an Amityville horror remake.
He's gonna do a good job. He needs to get better after Until Dawn. Until Dawn, forget about Until Dawn for a second. He is a good director. Lights Out. People need to check that movie out more. Lights Out is a terrific movie.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I think he's
I'm
perfect.
excited.
He's perfect. I mean, it has to be better than Until Dawn, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand, because it's almost nothing like the fucking game, from what I understand. Which is too bad because the game is so cinematic. You could easily make that into a movie, but no, fuck it. We just make something else, but with the moniker. Anyway, maybe I'll rant about. Maybe I'll talk about Until Dawn another time. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch that. We'll see. But for now, get that burp out of the way now. Oh god, I'm gonna do it again. I know I'm gonna do it again. Oh god, it's even louder. Now we're going to do our review of another Disney animated movie that Jared has not gone up to in his ranking yet. So I'm sorry for the spoilers, but you know what? We gotta do it before the sequel comes out, So we're going to be doing fucking Zootopia. Here comes the furries to come attack us when we do this. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
This is Zootopia, where predators and prey live in harmony and sing Kumbaya. One wildly civilized city with a secret.
We have 14 missing mammals.
I'm gonna solve this case before noon.
What? On March 4th.
A fox and a rabbit. You gotta be kidding.
That's the weasel.
2 new partners.
Do not let go.
One clue.
This is it.
And no time to lose.
Don't stop. Keep going.
No, please stop.
Disney's Zootopia, March 4th in 3D. Rated PG.
Okay, so with that being said, I have a lot of thoughts about this movie. Before we get into it, I have a lot of thoughts. Most of them are very positive, but if you know me and how I feel about Disney animated pictures in the 2010s, there's something that holds this movie back for me. But we'll get to it. Trust me, we're gonna get to it.
I know what you're talking about.
Zootopia, or in other countries known as Zootropolis or Zoomania, I shit you not, is a 2016 American animated buddy cop comedy film directed by Byron Howard, and Rich Moore, screenplay by Jared Bush and Phil Johnson, story by Byron Howard, Rich Moore, Jared Bush, Jim Reardon, Josie Trinidad, Phil Johnson, and Jennifer Lee, who's now the head of Walt Disney Animation Studios ever since Lasseter got his ass kicked. Produced by Clark Spencer, featuring the voices of Jennifer Goodwin, Jason Bateman, Idris Elba, Jenny Slate, Nate Torrance, Bonnie Hunt from Jerry Maguire, that's Laurel, Don Lake, Tommy Chong, J.K. Simmons, Octavia Spencer, Alan Tudyk, who's in fucking everything, and Shakira. Yes, that one. Released on March 4th, 2016 by Disney. $150 million budget. And it made 1.025 billion. I think this is the first movie that we've ever done that grossed over $1 billion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first that we're doing that cracked the $1 billion club. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Determined to prove herself, Officer Judy Hopps, the first bunny on Zootopia's police force jumps at the chance to crack her first case, even if it means partnering with scam artist Fox, Nick Wilde, to solve the mystery. This is a 98% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That's very high.
No, you also did Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and that made $1 billion.
And the Chamber of Secrets, I think, also crossed $1 billion too. Never mind.
No, it didn't.
Oh, it didn't? Only the first one? Okay. 98% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. 8.0 on IMDb. 3.7 on Letterboxd. 78 on Metacritic, and A- on CinemaScore, not A-, just an A. Now, I don't know how else I could talk about this movie without saying this up front. This movie, for a Disney animated movie, is a movie about race relations disguised as a buddy cop movie.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is genuinely about race relations. That's what this movie is. There's no shadow about it. They don't even try to make it subtle. It's about...
Oh, Victor, you're just dealing with the message, as the critical drinker would say.
Oh, I'm so woke. I'm so woke. Oh, you're too woke.
It's
but
just
I love what they did in the movie. I mean, I think this movie is incredibly good. Very, very, very good. I think it's one of the better modern Disney animated pictures of recent memory. I think it's one of the best ones, actually.
This is a great movie.
There's a lot going for it. I feel like, beginning with the characters, I feel like they are all, except for one, we'll get to it. Most of them are really fucking good. Especially the two leads. As characters, they're fantastic. I love Judy a lot as a protagonist. I feel like she is incredibly well developed throughout the entire movie. And, well, Nick, he's fucking Jason Bateman. Of course, what's not to like?
He kind of really is just Jason Bateman in this movie.
You know, I feel like their relationship is... Oh, great. I said fantastic. Fuck you. I said fantastic. Whatever, since Van Forster, I can't fucking... I gotta come up with more adjectives. I gotta come up with better adjectives next time. They're great, and I genuinely do feel like it does the message really well. It does it in a way that's actually not only serves the plot, but also is a good message for kids as well. I think it is a very good, very important message, even though most people in America are not following this message right now because we're all hyper individualists. But that's besides the point. I don't want to get too political with it. But this movie is just so well made, and I feel like it also is a perfectly good tribute to like cop movies and buddy cop movies like Lethal Weapon, like Bad Boys, like the TV show Chips, which I think was an inspiration. I would think that Chips would be an inspiration.
I could definitely see that.
Not the piece of shit Dak Shepard movie, mind you. I'm talking about the TV show.
What? Nah.
But yeah, I feel it's really, really well done. And I think the movie is fucking hysterical. Right from the very beginning with that play that young Judy is doing. And then just the Predator versus Prey shit. And then she's fucking pouring ketchup as blood and going like that. Like a fucking exorcism.
Still more convincing blood than Ninja Assassin.
Oh, that's true. Ninja Assassin CGI blood looked so bad, dude. It looked bad. But I really like how this movie does not condescend its audience in terms of the humor. It doesn't feel kiddie, if for lack of a better term. It feels like it's actually intelligent. Like it's intelligent comedy. It's actually smartly written. There's actually one point where I know Soren doesn't like this scene, but I gotta mention it because it's one of the funniest fucking things about this movie. The scene with the stoner and the all-nude animals. That scene is fucking hilarious. That scene is so fucking funny. I'm surprised they got away with something like that. And then Tommy Chong as the fucking stoner. He's perfect.
Yeah, because they somehow don't have genitals.
The
it's so funny.
the sloth scene is just
Yeah.
absolutely iconic and everything. Like, that shit was in the trailer and almost played like the trailer almost like played that entire scene. I feel like because
think
they
it's also
knew how
relatable
fucking
because
funny it was.
I think it's, you know why it's so funny? Because in reality, that's what the DMV is like.
Yes,
It's so true to reality, even though it's literally just a fucking sloth.
Someone
Because I've
that
been to the
some
DMV, I've been to the DMV one time, you know,
Yeah.
and it was fucking just to get my ID, and it was fucking slow as hell. I felt the exact same way that
back
Judy
in
felt.
2019 when I had my ID. And by the way, some anime at Disney must have had too much fun animating that yoga scene. I mean, and especially when they designed Judy's ass. I mean, did you see that ass?
What the fuck? Oh no, I am not a furry. I am a lot of things, but I am no furry. I do not feel anything towards these characters. I am only human. I only like humans. I don't get attracted over bunnies, okay? Before the furry community goes after my ass, okay? I'm not a furry. No. That being said,
At least Judy's animated.
it doesn't fucking matter. I'm not. Anyway. I was about to make a comparison to K-pop Demon Hunters, but I'm not going to talk about shit right now. Because if I do talk about that movie and if I do watch it, I feel like I'm going to get my ass killed. But anyway. But another thing that I really, really do like about this movie is that I think for the most part, the story is incredibly well told. I think it's well paced, or it doesn't run too long. I feel like the emotional qualities of the story is there, and you know it's really well done, particularly when towards the when it gets to the third act, when Judy has to convince Nick to come back with her to solve this case, and you know Nick, I think, rejects her, and then she starts crying, and then all this other stuff. I think it's a very good scene. That's a very good scene. That's one of the best in the entire movie, actually. I do feel that way. And the comedy is good. I think Idris Elba as the police chief is hysterical. In fact, that character kind of reminds me in some ways of myself, along with the Jason Bateman character, a mixture of both. I also like the Godfather parody that they do in this. You know, with the tiny little
Tiny
rodent.
little mole.
Yes.
And it's the guy, and he's pretty much talking like if he's Marlon Brando. It's like almost exactly like Marlon Brando in The Godfather, and you know it's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. I love that. What else should I talk about before I go into the real negative? But you know, I'm gonna let you two talk about it first before I go to that.
I'm trying to think of some other things.
The main thing I really liked about this movie is both Judy's character, her journey across this movie, her trying to become a cop and investigating this whole conspiracy, and the main thing that makes this movie, her and Nick Wilde.
I do agree.
Both Jason Schwartzman and Judy's voice actress must have had a ton of fun working off each other.
It's Jason Bateman, not Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, I was
and it's Jennifer Goodwin who voices Judy. You know, from Once Upon a Time.
But not like these characters are extremely just instantly iconic, not just by their character designs or anything, but Nick Wilde has just become. I want to say that Nick has become more iconic than Judy, but
he was the face of the marketing. Judy was not. I think it was because they put Nick over Judy in the marketing.
Yes. And plus, in the development stage, Nick was supposed to be the main character until test audiences tend to prefer Judy, so they shifted the focus to her. I
think the test audiences chose correctly. Let me put it that way.
I think so too, because Nick is a great secondary lead. I don't really find. I really don't think I could find him convincing or like as emotionally resonant of like as a main character.
Yeah, like
because
you know, he has that ultimate backstory of his tragedy and all that. To be fair, I feel like Vatsy was more funny than serious, because the reason why I feel that way is because when he gets pretty much those bullies attack him when he's a kid, because the reason why I find it funny is because they put on the fucking Hannibal Lecter mask on him, so that's why I find it funny.
Because Judy's story is her trying to, you know, prove herself and everything, that she can, like, do this and everything. And
everybody can't, you know, doesn't believe her. Not even her fucking parents. Because remember that one scene where like, oh, thank God you're not a real cop. You're not a real cop. That scene, I'm just like, wow, thanks guys. You're real assholes. But yeah, I really like that development. And then by the end, she does prove herself.
Also, if you think about it too and everything, it like attacks like stereotypes of like women being in, you know, positions like this.
I thought it was more about race than sex.
I mean, it might be right. Race, mostly,
because this movie is more about race relations than it is about, you know, battle of the sexes. But yeah, I can see what you mean by it, you know, because she's a girl, you know. Yeah. People don't, you know. I can see that because I thought it was just a race thing, but it could also be a gender thing too. I think it is
mostly a race thing, and you know, basically, you know, by the end of the movie and everything, it is a big focus on race.
And I think it's done incredibly well. Although there's one scene right at the beginning when she kind of, you know, when she gets to Zootopia and it's her first day on the job, and then they go like, oh, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room, and then they literally cut to an actual elephant. Francine, happy birthday.
And by the way, yeah, this is probably the closest we'll ever get to seeing gigantic.
That's true. That is so true. With the bootleg DVDs, and one of them was supposed to be gigantic. What did they call the bootleg? I don't remember what they called the bootleg.
Giraffic.
And Gigantic, for those who don't know, was a Disney movie that was in development for a long time, and then it ended up going in the trash eventually.
Such a good idea too.
It turned into The Good Dinosaur, except The Good Dinosaur actually got made.
By the way, yeah, if you guys want to see a Jack and the Beanstalk movie, watch the movie Jack the Giant Slayer. It's a pretty underrated movie.
Oh, Bryan Singer, that piece of shit. But yeah,
Jack and the Giant Bean Killer.
Oh jeez. But yeah. Okay. The music is good. Michael Giacchino's score, it's not his best. There's not really anything I feel memorable about it.
I don't really think of the score when watching Zootopia.
Yeah, I don't think of the score because Michael Giacchino, for most part, I remember his scores. I remember the score for the Batman. I remember his score for the Cloverfield,
the Apes movies.
Huh?
The Apes movies.
Yeah, the Apes movies, and yes, Lost. That's his best score for the record, but that's beside the point. Take a shot.
Rogue One.
Rogue One's a great one too, especially because he had only 3 weeks to do that score. He only had 3 weeks to fucking do it. Good. Yeah, the score though, it's not. I think Inside Out was a more memorable score, and now I forgot, of course, new Fantastic Four: First Steps, one of his best movie scores to date. It's so good, but I think the song is better than the score, and I think it's one of the best Disney songs.
I fucking love that Shakira song.
It's funny because I don't like Shakira. I cannot listen to Hips Don't Lie anymore. It's so overplayed. I fucking can't stand that song. But this song is the one song of hers that I genuinely do love. It's fantastic.
Hips Don't Lie.
No, I don't say fantastic. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, Hips Don't Lie. Ever seen that model of Shakira?
But yeah, I feel like it's really great. And by the way, that song was co-written by Sia before Sia turned into an asshole with music. The movie music.
Wow, My Little Pony movie.
What'd you say, Soren?
First this, and then the My Little Pony movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I forgot she was in the fucking My Little Pony movie. I didn't even remember about the My Little Pony movie, but that song is terrific. That song is fucking fantastic. And Shakira as a role, like, it's not great, but it's certainly not bad either. I think for a singer, she doesn't do a terrible job, you know? But yeah, so we'll see. Apparently, she's coming back to do another song for the sequel, which makes a lot of sense. Hopefully, it's just as good. Hopefully, yeah. I don't know yet, but you know, I hope it's good. But what else can I talk about? Okay, I gotta talk about my big problem with this movie, the big elephant in the room. I'm not talking about Francine here.
Or Romy. Yeah,
this problem happens.
I have the same problem as you.
This problem happens in the last 10 minutes of this movie. It goes so well until the twist villain is revealed. What the fuck were they thinking? I genuinely want to know what the hell they were thinking. You could argue, this is me being biased now because I cannot stand the Disney twist villain trope ever since it was implemented in popularity thanks to fucking Hans from Frozen, and I couldn't stand it back then, and then it kept repeating this trope over and over and over.
That was his miscalculation. Started using it.
Huh?
That was his miscalculation.
It's a huge miscalculation. Huge. The only two movies that did it well were Wreck-It Ralph and Coco. That's it. Everything
2.
else did it. Toy Story 2 came out before the trope was conceived. It was really Wreck-It Ralph when it really started to kick. But then it didn't become popular until Frozen.
And also, to an extent, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, again, live action versus animated. But still, then again, Far From Home, we knew Mysterio was the bad guy. So,
yeah, we did.
Think of that what you will. But yeah, it's just like, come on now. Especially with fucking the sheep. What? I'm just like, what? It's weak. Bellwether, it comes off to me as a weak villain. And not only that, she gets disposed of rather quickly. 5 minutes after she's revealed as the villain, boom, she gets busted due to a Deus Ex Machina.
For me with this movie and stuff, like, I really don't care for the twist villain thing at all. I think
I guess we're all in agreement here.
She's rather weak and everything.
Came right the fuck out of nowhere.
I love this movie, and
I do too.
It comes very close to being a masterpiece for me.
That's the thing that holds it back, Jared. That's the thing.
Because I will say this: it's like I'm just like, I'm in it with, like, these characters are so great. The comedy is on point. The mystery is fun, and the commentary is really good. And then there comes it. I feel it's like once the third act kind of comes around, and there's great things like in the third act, obviously. I think as I move into the third act, I have noticed this every time I have watched it. Every single time I start to wane interest in the movie. I start to become the same way less interested. And once the twist villain comes around there,
I get checked out. I check out.
I'm like, oh, you were so close. It doesn't make the movie bad or anything.
No, it does not.
It just doesn't make it the masterpiece that, it was almost at.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, this movie would be better if J.K. Simmons the Lion was the villain of the entire piece. It would have been a hell of a lot better movie. I think it really would. And then again, J.K. Simmons has played bad guys before, Whiplash and Jameson. You could argue was a bit of a bad guy, I think he could pull it off. Jenny Slate, she tried, but I'm sorry, the character doesn't work. It really doesn't. And again, she gets disposed of rather quickly. Like, look when she tries to shoot Nick. That fucking thing didn't even work. She gets fucking dismissed like nothing. She's weak. She's a
I
pussy.
think
a coward.
So much of this could have been fixed if they had done the twist at the beginning of the third act instead of the last 10 minutes.
You know what would have been better? If J.K. Simmons was in that vault thing when you know, because he was accused. If they had done that with the Jenny Slate character, I would have been more on point with that going forward. But no, what do we get in terms of motivation? Why is she doing it? Oh, I still want to be mayor. And it doesn't make sense because because you know, with the movie's brilliant social commentary, it just doesn't make any goddamn sense. That's it. You just want power. It's weak. It's weak. I'm sorry. It turns what could have been a 5 out of 5 movie to a 4.5 for me. I'm being upfront with you right now. I love the movie and everything, but this is the one element that just wrecks me every time because I say to myself, damn it, you were this close. You were so close. Like everything up to that point, I was like, yes. This movie's awesome. It's great. And then I check out for like those 5 minutes, and then the very, very end, I check right back in because the ending actually is kind of strong. But damn. I really hope that the sequel improves this if it does.
I hope that the sequel's good.
I'm not looking forward to the sequel because Disney animation hasn't been great since Rob Breaks the Internet.
I'd argue no. Encanto was good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I loved Encanto.
It's like it got a little overhyped, but I'd rather watch the movie again over Frozen. But that's another thing about Disney twist villains. It's because of fucking Frozen. I'm sorry. I think Frozen is so overrated. I think I might have said this before, but Frozen, the most overrated of Disney's catalog. And that's saying a lot because I like most of their catalog. But my God. Oof. When I watched it, after it got hyped up and everything, I was like, this is what fucking people see in this shit? I feel a similar way right now, even though I haven't seen it yet. I feel a similar way. I feel like I'm going to act similarly to K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm going to feel the same way. And I feel the same thing about Spider-Verse too, but everybody kills me about Spider-Verse, so I won't talk about it forever. Bottom line, I think Zootopia is a phenomenal film, but with a crucial, bad mistake in the last 10 minutes. But it doesn't hurt the movie overall. I think it is one of the better Disney animated films of the modern era. If this era even has a name for it, I don't even know from Tangled onwards, what it would be called.
So they call it the what are you talking about? The revival era? Yeah.
That's what it is. It's revival. That's what they call it.
Yeah, they call it the revival era, and supposedly it ends with. Supposedly they are saying it ends with Wish. I technically would almost say that it ends like right before Ralph breaks the internet. The only reason I say that is because there's too many fucking movies in the era.
I'd argue. I beg to differ. I think it ends with Encanto. It ends with Encanto. I feel like
I could see
Strange
that.
World onwards. If Zootopia 2 doesn't get their shit together, this is another Dark Age. If Zootopia 2 doesn't get their shit together, this is a Dark Age. It's very simple. And they're going to keep pumping out fucking live action remakes if they don't get their shit together. So
also, I did find out, I did look up from when I did my ranking and stuff. So yeah, I think, because we talked about this, but yeah, Dinosaur became canon when I think it was a marketing thing so that Tangled would be the 50th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because 2008, they reorganized it to make Tangled the 50th. That's what they did. Because it wasn't canon at first. Because most of the movie was done by DreamQuest Images, a.k.a. The Secret Lab, who were Disney's effects division. They did movies like the effects for Armageddon, Mission to Mars.
You know what the movie was done by a sister animation company? The Lion King.
Oh, right. But I feel like the DreamQuest, stuff. That's probably why Dinosaur wasn't canon for such a long time. But now it technically is. So for Zootopia, 4.5. It's a great movie. Again,
8 out of 10. My only problems are the twist villain and the yoga scene. But otherwise,
mine's also an 8 out of 10.
Great. I'm the nice guy. I'm the nice guy. But yeah, it's a phenomenal movie. Now, oh boy, please don't let it land on a fucking Chayton movie. I swear to God. I swear to God, if it fucking does, because I am not having this right now. No, not today. No,
Hey,
I am
Chihin,
not doing.
where are you? We're gonna spin the wheel.
Oh, great! I already fucking popped that shit in. If he wants to come, he can fucking come. But if not literally come. No, I'm not gonna let him come on camera. No, not like that. Not like that. But okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Fuck. Please, something good, please. Hey, it's actually we were talking about Dan Snyder.
Oh my god!
Funny, I mentioned Big Fat Liar.
We were talking about Dan Snyder, and now we're doing the movie that brought him and Sean Levy. This was Sean Levy's directorial debut, by the way.
Oh my gosh!
Have you ever seen this, Jared? I swear to God, I think you have.
I have seen this. I watched this a few times when it was on TV.
Yes, I saw. Did the Disney Channel used to air this movie quite frequently? So it's been quite a few years since I've seen this movie, but I know I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off because this movie makes me laugh, and I think it's actually kind of a smart movie, even for a kids movie. I think it's kind of a smart movie. It's Dan Schneider's best work. I really do think so. Especially, I'm already talking ahead now, but the scene where he goes in the pool and then afterwards he hits the shower and he realizes he's blue, and then Paul Giamatti goes in the window and he goes like this and he looks at himself and he goes, "Oh my God!"
and the scene afterwards where his car goes all ape shit.
Oh yes.
All right, that's enough for talking about.
Paul Giamatti is so good in that movie. Why wasn't he nominated for a fucking Oscar? He is so good in that movie. Oh my God. I guess we will review Big Fat Liar then next week. And I think it's going to be one of our better episodes because it's a movie that I grew up with. It's a movie that I know by heart. So it's going to be great. Trust me. It's going to be way better than Jurassic World Rebirth ever was. With that being said, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want, or better yet, do fucking subscribe because we want more viewers here. And then leave a like as well. Leave a comment if you want. Although some people, probably would have a problem with me reviewing Jurassic World Rebirth and ranting on it, or Woody Allen fans are gonna have a problem with me. But you know what? Leave your comments. Any attention is good publicity at this point. So with that being said, next week will be what is that? What would that be? September 16th will be Big Fat Liar, and it's gonna be a movie that I'm gonna have a good time reviewing this. I'm gonna have a good time talking about it. With that being said, with 3 minutes left to spare, we're going to the 2 hour and 30-minute mark. Good night. See you next week. And hopefully Jared watches that fucking Conjuring movie somehow, so we can
I will
bullshit
probably
out of the way.
Weekend or tomorrow.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay.